Hello and welcome to the Halloween podcast, I guess. We've got a Halloween theme on Voice Mod Pro for some reason.
You hate Halloween, don't you?
I don't hate... Okay. I don't hate Halloween.
I love Halloween.
But...
Oh yeah, hang on.
Okay.
You can't see this, but... Well, the screen can't see this, but you can. I got this guy back on. He's great.
Okay, I'm going to orderly describe to you what Tony just did. He just unzipped his jacket and he showed me a skeleton t-shirt. For those who, like everyone, I guess...
Go back a year to see what I was wearing.
You were wearing the same t-shirt,
That's when we were wearing, like, when wearing the mask and things and I was killing you. That's what I was wearing.
Yeah. Well, there won't be any killing this week. Wink. There's no Halloween surprises. You just tell people there's not going to be a jump scare, and then that makes them really scared throughout the entire episode.
No. It doesn't.
Okay, here's a question for you people. I didn't plan anything for Halloween, but we are going to do a Halloween spotlight. Do you want...
You have been playing for Halloween.
As like 50% of our demographic, Dave has been... He really wants me to play a horror game.
Really?
And he really wants me to...
By yourself or with me?
Well, you would have to be there.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to play it. I'd be too...
So you have to be the one playing it, though?
Because
is it because you like
if anyone remembers our bendy one...
But how about when we were playing the Resident Evil...
2?
No,
Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, 7, that was it, 7. I said 6, that's not right. Yeah,
I
7.
think there should be a face cam on that spotlight for me. And you should have Joe's cam. And then you can see me getting up and hiding behind my chair.
But what was the one where I was playing it and you jumped though?
Oh, that was Bendy,
that was actually Bendy.
I was playing Bendy for the majority, and at one point I got too scared that I had to let you play.
I played it. Then he jumped out at us.
I was like... No, but the thing is, I walked around the jump scare for like 30 minutes, and we were like, what the fuck? This game is like broken, because there's nowhere to go. And I'm like, well, I'll just go back here, because I haven't been here, but I was already there. Why would there be a jump scare? Oh, fuck! Yeah.
That's why you like Halloween. That's the story. Oh.
TLDR, Daniel's dead.
Yeah, speaking of being dead, I had my first stream where I died the other day.
First stream when you died? What?
I've never died in a dream before.
Oh, dream. I think you said stream.
No.
I've been doing secret streams.
So, I'm gonna skip straight to the end. But basically, me and you, we had to go to like a plantation in America.
I was in the stream, was I? Okay.
But you got converted into a monster.
Okay.
Your hands were replaced with secateurs.
Let's set the scene.
Yeah, okay. It's like this one. It was exactly that one.
This one.
Yeah, one of those, that size, but there's like an orchard in the back.
Let's get some spooky royalty-free music.
Right, and then we okay, it wasn't, I don't think it was just us that went back. I only remember you in it. Like, I don't remember like all the details. I don't know how we got there. But I remember it as a memory. It was like...
Where was I?
We were together at one point. Yeah,
Tony, I'm gonna go to the spooky house.
No, but I decided to go to the spooky house
Tony,
and you came with us.
Okay, what's Tony?
Skeleton.
I need an image of a skeleton.
That's me. You see that one?
I was saving to desktop before because I was cleaning my keyboard and I was like, I can't use my keyboard, so I just need a picture of my keyboard on the desktop. I removed all the keys from my keyboard to clean it. I put it in the random shit folder because that's where I put everything.
Good folder.
Add image. Tony is now a skeleton.
It's a lot of effort for this, but I think this story's worth it.
I did have a joke. I did have a joke for the intro as well.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine. My story.
I forgot it though.
Story time with
Tony.
Stream time. I think you called it Tony, didn't you?
Oh, I just called skeleton. Okay. This is so scuffed.
Wait, isn't that? Did you save it as an image?
I must have. No, I saved it as a WebP.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right, just that's me.
Okay, this is so unprepared. Save image, Tony.
That's a JPEG, okay. Yeah, I fucking hate when you try and save an image and like, I'm just saving the page.
So, would you like to save this whole page?
No.
Right.
That's me.
Did our music already run out?
Right click it, loop it.
Yeah, let's loop this shit. Okay.
Right, so
what did you say? What did you say? You wanted to go in this house.
Yeah, okay, so we went to this house. The orchard doesn't really play into it anymore at this point, because it kind of carried on after I died.
Let's go in this house.
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point, I don't know how, you disappeared. I was like going down some stairs into the basement.
Tony, where are you?
Then you disappeared.
Hang on.
Then like some
Spooky basement.
I was in the basement.
Which one was the closest?
The one right at the top left is like the closest. Like we went down some stairs.
It's too small.
What is that in the corner?
It's a spooky image.
Okay.
Dad, what's going on?
But yeah, some creepy things happened. Like it became dark. It was like lightning. Things started moving. Eventually, it was like dawn, basically, like just starting being done. It's twilight before dawn, right?
Okay.
And then I see someone wearing your clothes.
No.
He's got a hood on and his hands were placed for secateurs. It turns out it was just you. You were talking.
Tony, what's going on?
You turned into, and then you then sliced my leg.
Come in the basement.
No, this is upstairs at this point.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It might as well be the basement. I came out.
We gotta go back.
I'll go back, Marty.
We're back.
Okay. But yeah, you then use your big old... We were having an argument, I think, about something like why are you a monster? And then you like
I want to be a monster.
Yeah, you then like pushed me into the corner and like chopped my legs off. Then you chopped my arms off. Then you chopped my head off, I guess. You cut me on the neck and then I died. Then the dream continued from your perspective. For some reason, you're in the orchard, but that's a different story.
I was hanging out by this tree, was I?
Yeah, you lost your secateurs and you were just like planting trees.
You have to watch this back because we're reenacting Tony's spooky dream where he died.
My first dream where I died. It was so weird though. Like yeah, because like the dream continued after I was dead. I don't understand. And also when you killed me,
yeah,
my head was chopped off finally. I kept arguing with you, and then I died.
Oh, Joe, you bastard! Why did you kill me?
Yeah, it's basically how could you do that? It's really stupid. And then I'm dead.
All right.
That was my dream.
Hang on. Does this have an attribution license? License under Creative Commons Attributions. This is the song I'm playing. Attribution license. There you go. Now we can't get copyrighted.
Ghost, royalty free game. Wait, what's actually? It's called Ghost. Okay.
Now, I've got some questions.
Okay. What about the dream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Why were we going into this house?
Okay. I vaguely remember other people here, so it might have been like a Scooby-Doo thing.
Right, we were like
on the road in America together, but I don't know what happened to anyone else or who they were. Like I've lost that memory. But you, obviously, for obvious reasons, I remember because I was following you after I was dead.
Yep.
And you killed me.
Probably not on purpose.
You were talking to me.
Wait. Have you ever seen John Carpenter's The Thing?
When I was really young, well, the first one or like the remake?
John Carpenter's.
The first one, right?
No, that's the remake.
What is it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the remake yet.
Oh.
I've seen the first one, or not.
No. Because the original one was like really long ago.
Oh, okay. There's also a remake to the other remake though.
Yeah,
it's like
there's like a prequel.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the prequel.
Okay.
Anyway.
I did see that, but I was really young.
In the Thing, he can turn into like the Thing can turn into people.
Yeah.
And
or
be a
dog.
monster at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Was I like? Do you think it was a thing pretending to be me, or was it me that was being a monster?
I think in my head, I convinced myself that you were like infected or like got changed by another monster, but you like kind of like took it on when I'll be the monster. Like you, because I was talking to you, like it seemed like you, but scarier.
Right.
But in a way, like I could still talk to you, like so. Like I was like I had like the hope of like, oh, maybe I could convince him not to kill me, but you were still evil.
How have we done nothing for 10 minutes when I said we were going to be quick on this show with all the news, so I could talk about
safe to
more
monetize.
Safe.
What is this?
It's showing that it's an attribution license, so I have to show it is chilled out records, no copyright music, detective spy music. Dave says the prequel is trash. Yeah, I watched the Red Letter Media on the Thing. The review, so the prequel looks
I don't know, I thought they both looked really interesting.
But I think the Thing is the John Carpenter one is mechanical, or
Yeah.
they don't show a lot of it.
Yeah, well, it's a dogfight most of the time, right?
But in the remake, they'd use tons of CGI.
Yeah.
And they're always trying to show the thing, and it's like that really ruins the.
That I haven't seen it properly, but that I didn't like the idea of.
I guess you can stay.
Yeah,
on
I was saying that's
now,
me. That's me.
It's Tony's on webcam now. We got the Tony webcam. My joke for this week was, I don't remember now. I forgot. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, my joke was, you know what time it is? It's the 27th. We are 3 days away from being 2 months towards Christmas, baby. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Fuck Halloween.
My birthday is like exactly like 8 weeks away or whatever it is, like from Christmas. It's crazy. So whatever day my birthday is on, it's the same day as Christmas. Same day of the week as Christmas.
We're done with
so
wait, why did you...
I can't remember what we're talking about. You said speaking about death or something. I was like...
No, you started talking about Halloween.
Yeah, but then he said something was dead. I can't remember what we were talking
TLDR, Daniel's dead.
That was it. And I was like, speaking of dead, I had a dream where I died. Yeah, that was it.
Rumors. I love...
TLDR.
There you go, I pushed everyone.
That was the way through the trailer. Perfect.
Why does this keep playing? I told it to not play.
You got enhanced Steam or Steam? YouTube.
Enhanced Steam.
Yeah, you got enhanced Steam on YouTube.
It's augmented Steam. That's the new branch.
Yeah, I haven't installed that yet.
It's great.
It's pretty great. Oh yeah, have you watched pretty spooky related, but completely
It's
nothing
all
to do with
practical effects
podcast.
from John Carpenter's. They wanted to do the same for the prequel, but they struggled and couldn't do it. So that I think we lost a lot when we went into CGI because everything's so smooth and unrealistic now. Like, you look at the big difference for me, because I'm not a huge horror guy, but the biggest difference for me would be Jaws, because they couldn't show so much of the shark because it just didn't work. And also, what was the other one I was just thinking of? The Lord of the Rings versus the Hobbit.
There's also
Lord of the Rings. The orcs are all practical makeup, and then the Hobbit, they're super shiny and smooth.
Also, the alien stuff, like with Prometheus, like you get to see more of it. And it doesn't. Mm-hmm. I think there's two things going on here, though. One thing is like they've got too much power and they didn't know what worked before. That it was just like an accident that they worked. But then now you have to relook and go, oh, it worked because you couldn't see it because like you could use your imagination to fill in the gaps.
I was literally a couple of days watching H Bomber Guy's video about VCRs, and he was saying Alien was scarier on a VCR because you could see less. And when they brought out the Blu-ray versions, you could see more. You knew the monster wasn't there because the image was so clear.
Yeah. I think that's what I find a real shame, though, is that you could combine practical effects with CGI and make it look really good. But they don't want to do that. They just choose one or the other for some reason. It's like, just do both.
I forgot what I was going to say. Let's talk about video games.
Yeah. I was going to say, did you watch the Vsauce Minefield? What is the scariest thing?
No, I've been watching the old Vsauces. I'm still on season 1.
I just watched that in the back, and I was like, oh, I'll watch this, and I watched it all. So. I'm still
watching. I think I'm on episode 7 now. I was watching it last night before bed. So
I do find Minefield really interesting.
It's really interesting, yeah. So if you don't know, Vsauce's Minefields are like produced Vsauce episodes, and they were you had to pay for them through YouTube Premium, but he made them all free because, of course, they're educational videos. So you can now watch all Minefields on YouTube for free, which is really cool.
Originally, all the first episodes were free, but now they're all free.
And he's still releasing episodes.
Yeah.
He's on like season 3 at the moment.
Yeah.
So good to check out. Anyway, let's talk about video games.
Video games.
I'm going to try and go through some of the news a bit quicker this week because there's stuff I want to talk about. I want to talk about what I've been playing, and I want to talk about Riot because they've been releasing tons of games. But let's talk about Battlefield 5 recently put out a trailer where they're showing off the Pacific. A lot of people are saying that this might be able to bring Battlefield 5 back. People
is it dead?
Love the Pacific Theater. It definitely didn't do as well as
for sure.
the other Battlefield games.
They think this might
Battlefield 3 was super popular. I think Battlefield 4 was super popular once it got the right DLC.
Okay.
But I think Battlefield 5 sold terribly compared to the other Battlefield games because of the press, the way.
Oh yeah, because I completely forgot about that. They really dealt with like.
They were just like, if you don't like our game, don't buy it.
Okay.
And stuff like that. It's like, we shouldn't be saying that.
No.
He's got a plunger on a stick. Got him.
It wasn't a real plunger, was it?
Pacific Theater's pretty cool. I'm excited to see this.
Is this like a Japanese front thing then?
You know World War Two?
No.
No, okay.
I wasn't there.
There was a big war.
Was there?
In the Pacific.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Pacific side of it.
Okay.
Like that's not.
Yeah, like the Japanese and the Americans.
I know more about
kamikaze bomber plane stuff.
I know more about like the German like ground stuff.
You never played COD 5?
No.
Okay, the intro to like COD 5 is like I remember that a lot because that's hugely in the Pacific theater.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about the Pacific. I know way more about the German land-based stuff.
If you like World War II history, which I assume you do.
You remember like ages ago we said if you're a fan of World War II.
If you're a fan of World War II, you might like the Pacific theater is a really cool part of war history. So
it's a cool ship. Like it's like a really weird, interesting era of like ship design and things as well.
There were all these big battles, and then the Manhattan Project came along, and then it's like, oh, okay, the war's over. Pretty much.
Yeah, big little boy and big boy. What do they call the other one?
Oh, the fucking samurai taking people out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japan are the baddies. Yeah. In this.
Yeah, which is why
in our context.
Also, as well, that's why China doesn't like them. Because this is like just during World War II is like the end of their imperial. Like they took over parts of China to like, increase their
but they had
imperial
like
empire.
The weirdest technological surge in history after World War II. It was really strange.
That's because they couldn't have a military.
Yeah.
Turns out, if you don't put money into a military, you can put money elsewhere.
PlanetSide is making a battle royale game called PlanetSide Arena. And they say apparently this is a stepping stone for PlanetSide 3.
Battle of Azeroth 3.
Battle of Azeroth 3. I've never played a PlanetSide game. It's a game I've always wanted to get into, but never have.
Yeah, I've played it a couple of times, but like you need to be in a group. It needs to be like at least a small group of friends.
I always thought it was really cool. It's like this giant world, and you can have these big battles persistent across the entire world. And I heard some people were complaining about PlanetSide, like didn't like the direction PlanetSide 2 went in.
I don't know
if I'll check out this game. I don't know. I'm more interested in looking at PlanetSide 3 and maybe that gets some hype.
I think you kind of have to go from the start in a way. I'm having a problem with it.
I think they need to start again with like a new game.
Better technology and like better mechanics. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what it is because like it is a cool mechanic. I really like the idea. The problem I have is it's really hard if you don't. I'm not like a social person, so like I want like it easier to be alone, but also get orders like anonymously from like a commander, which is what they didn't do. You had to like join a squad, like and be in like a chat, and it's like then you get orders around through that instead of just pinging it on the map. It'd be really cool if the commander just pinged it on the map and anyone part of it didn't have to be talking.
That's like Rising Storm Vietnam. That sort of game.
Yeah, it was. I think that's what it is.
Where I think that's why I think Dave might like this game because it's very much so you have a commander, you have squads, it's very tactical, and then there's also gunplay.
So if they could integrate more,
it's like a mix of strategy and FPS.
Yeah. If they could take some of the ideas of like the ping and stuff from the game, not TF2, Apex.
Wait, you thought TF2 because of Titanfall 2?
I know
you thought of Apex.
No, I was trying to think of.
They have pinging in Fortnite. I've played Fortnite Season 2.
Yeah,
that's one of the games I've played.
I think Apex is a really good system, though, so I just think we can all learn having a better pinging system and better order commands.
We're getting through these real slow. These are meant to be just quick trailers. The Outer Worlds came out.
It looks really good.
There's turns out when you take Obsidian out of Bethesda and let them make their own game
at their own time with big money,
it's actually pretty good.
It looks amazing. I was saying to you like it has some Mass Effect and like Fallout mechanics that I really like. You have two companions.
The only negative thing I've seen about this game is the loading times on PS4 are pretty terrible.
You got PS4?
No, but Donkey was posting about it because he was playing on PS4 and he's like, I want to go into this major city. He sits in like a loading screen for 2 minutes. And he's like, oh, I wonder what this is. Loading screen for 2 minutes. It's like, oh, okay. But if you're running it on PC, I don't think you'll have issues, especially with an SSD. I think Fallout 4 was like unplayable without an SSD at some points because of you could shave like literal minutes and minutes and minutes off loading.
When Fallout 4 first came out, if you went from the interior to the exterior, it took like 5 minutes. It was crazy bad. I think they optimized it, but Moon Man.
That's him.
That's my main.
I watched ACG's review on this, and apparently, like there's 3 factions mainly, and they really hate each other. And you're trying to play sides and get them to kind of come together.
It's like corporations own everything. It's really cool, dystopian.
But I think the idea is you've been in like deep sleep or something for like 70 years.
Well, you were supposed to be one of the first colonizers.
Yeah, you were supposed to colonize
but
us.
You weren't.
But you got here like 70 years late,
Yeah.
so corporations have already taken over and you're trying to fit into this world.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. Like, you're out of time, out of place in an alien environment controlled by
It
corporations.
reminds me of Borderlands as well a little bit. Well. It's got that like Borderlands is like futuristic planet.
Some of the gunplay looks remind me of Borderlands as well. Actually.
Space cowboys.
Yeah. So it's
Speaking of space cowboys, what's that? Firefly.
Yeah, Jim. I think. Well, no, not Jim. Someone else referred it to like Firefly. Who was that?
I love that show.
I can't remember who it was. Might have been the guy you sent actually. He might have said
ACG.
He might have said it.
Okay. Anyway, Super Monkey Ball. Quick news. Super Monkey Ball is coming on Steam, and it's getting a Sonic the Hedgehog character. I have been playing a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog, which I'll talk about later if I get time. Apparently, lots of people are complaining this was the title that was going to get put onto PC because it's the Wii one. People are saying this game's actually a lot better to play because you don't have to use a Wiimote. They said that the problem was that you had to use the Wiimote, so that's interesting. I think it's out in Japan now. I don't think it's out in...
I'm just really confused by this, so I'm glad someone's excited about it.
I like Sonic. I like Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah,
so
I don't.
I'm really excited to play this.
I never played one properly. I've played one around someone else's house, and I was like, I don't understand this. What am I playing?
Shadow of the Tomb Raider is getting Definitive Edition.
That's what we needed. Combining
the base game, all 7 DLC, challenge tombs, as well as downloadable weapons, outfits, and skills. Okay.
This is a full one.
Someone has made a This looks like an official one, but someone's made a fan-made RTX version of the original Half-Life.
Okay.
It wasn't so. If you remember, Nvidia made a studio specifically to port old games into RTX, but this is a fan-made one. And originally I thought it was like, this looks shit. Where's the ray tracing? This is the before video, before the ray tracing. So actually looks really cool once the ray tracing comes in.
It looks pretty good now though. It holds up, I think, pretty okay.
Yeah, holds up alright.
I don't know what's with the flickering of the. What's up with that? Oh,
the ray tracing.
The ray tracing.
Look at the water.
Look at that.
Look at those god rays. Look at those beams.
So what you're saying is that I can actually put my ray tracing technology to work.
Yeah, you can play the original Half-Life.
At last, it does look really good. Oh, we have to redo Freeman's.
The real question is,
Freeman's mind has to be redone.
Do you play Half-Life RTX or do you play Black Mesa Source?
Why not both?
Why not both?
Why not?
I'm waiting for Zen to come out.
No, I'm still saying that we're gonna have to get Freeman Mind to redo it.
He started doing Half-Life 2, and that's going incredibly slowly, so... It took him like fucking 10 years to make the original Freeman's Mind, so there's no way...
Every time he brought a new episode out, I have to go back and watch like 5 of the previous episodes.
Say I love Sonic, please. Can you say I love Sonic?
I don't love Sonic.
What? Okay. Well, we can't get the
I'm a Shadow the Hedgehog.
Can you say I love Shadow the Hedgehog?
I love Shadow the Hedgehog.
There you go. Alright. You want to talk about Stellaris?
Yeah.
We have... You want to go straight into Federations, or do you want to talk about Lithonoids?
I'll talk about both at the same time.
Okay.
Because that's already come out. I'll talk about Lithonoids first, because that's come out. I bought it. I pre-ordered it. You pre-ordered DLC? Whatever.
Yeah.
I bought it before it came out, basically. I was like, I'm going to buy it. I want... They're rock people. Lithoids are rock people. And you have new ships, new mechanic. Like one new mechanic, I guess. And they kind of act differently. Kind of cool. That's already out. It came out like 2 days ago.
You said they evolve slower because...
they have slower pop growth speeds, but they don't eat food, they eat minerals, which is also a bit of a problem. But they have other effects. They can like generate like rare resources a lot easier, which is kind of cool. I think their starting planet's a little bit different as well. You get like 3 pops by doing stuff. And you still become a cyborg, which is kind of cool.
Cool.
Basically a golem, I guess. But yeah.
There we go. I actually was interested in this because I looked at it and I was like, oh, they're adding like a democracy update.
Yes.
So Federations.
So they're not adding spies to this one.
Okay.
They want to add that later, but they don't know when, is what I've heard. Because guy called A-Spec, like he used to work at Paradox. He doesn't anymore. He does videos on Stellaris and like he then talks to them.
Hang on, you're getting called out here. Dave's saying, after all you and Jim saying don't pre-order, you pre-ordered DLC.
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew what it was though. I just went, these ships look pretty cool. That's all I want.
I'm trying to remember the last game I pre-ordered. It may have been The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. And if it was, that was 5 years ago. Even 6 years ago, maybe.
I can't remember what mine would have
been. No, I'm telling you, like, I pre-ordered World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. So that was 2018.
Yeah, but in the same way, that's the same vein as what I just did though. It's not really a game you pre-ordered though. You pre-ordered an expansion.
Yeah.
I think that I still don't recommend it, but at the same time, I was gonna buy it anyway. So I don't know.
The reason I did it was because the amount of money I have fluctuates a lot.
Yeah.
I never have like a stable.
Yeah.
I don't have a stable income, so if I know I want to play something, which I usually always want to play the WoW expansion. I pre-order it so I can be like, I have this money now. I'm going to make sure I spend it on this.
I've technically not pre-ordered it because I think you always like play the beta at this point, but with Guild Wars expansions, you technically pre-order.
But there's only been 2, right?
Yeah, I did it to both.
There's World Congress.
Anyway, yeah, it's federations.
I'm someone who loves democracy in games, so tell me more about World Congress.
We don't know much about World Congress yet.
Okay.
But more importantly, there's already federations in the game. They're expanding it so you have different types of federations, different ways to vote, different ways of like having power, and different ways to like try and like gain power. Like, because there's like one person in charge, right? Mm-hmm. You can then like confront them. There's like different ways to do that, so you actually get to customize it. It's really cool. I think there's like 4 or 5. I think 4.
Oh, I've run out of when you show your laptop off.
No, we're not ready. We're not ready.
And he loaded Stellaris on. I was like, I don't have any Stellaris gameplay, so you need to just hold up your laptop to the camera
play the game.
and we'll show Stellaris.
We'll show some Lithoid gameplay. Yeah. Do
you want to talk about your new laptop at all?
No, I'll talk about when I've got more information in 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, they're adding. They're adding like a super shipyard.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why we need that, but they are. They're also adding a super shipyard that moves.
Okay.
Which sounds useless, but cool. It's like just a huge ship. It looks like Snoke's ship.
From the new Star Wars films.
Yeah, it's like a really wide thing that can produce
Honestly,
things.
Couldn't tell you what Snoke's ships look like.
It's really, really wide.
Okay. Keep talking about Stellaris.
So
look away from the man behind the mirror.
I really like Snoke's ship, but it shouldn't be a First Order ship, in my opinion. It doesn't look.
It looks like a big TIE fighter, which
sort
I
of.
think kind of fits in the theme.
It's such a huge image that. Okay.
It was scaled up.
Oh. I really like the look of it though. I mean, it does technically have like in the middle like a big old Star Destroyer like in the center.
I love Minecraft.
This is done to Minecraft. Anyway, yeah. But we don't know much about it yet because apparently it's still like in early development, I guess. I'm not expecting it to be out until next year, but I don't know what they mean by early development. Maybe that means like
year
2 months.
2265, I love democracy. Year 2278, the Republic will be reorganized into a first galactic empire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That in the update, not the DLC, they're changing it because when you first build an empire, you get to choose like 2 civics.
Yeah.
For the last year, they kept adding like civics where like you could like the civics you can't remove later in the game, like sort of like you start on like a Gaia world or you start on a Tomb world. Mm-hmm. They're now moving that to its own special origin section.
Yeah.
So this is how your species starts. Then you still have 2 civics on top of that now. So it's like, oh, this is how you start the game. And apparently they're going to add one where like your star's going to blow up in 75 years. Wow. So you have to get that out of there. It's a bit easy because you.
It's like modifiers on your starting area.
Yeah, it gives you like debuffs and buffs basically, and like completely
different
changes
ways
how
to
you
play.
start. Yeah.
Speaking of Stellaris Federations, weren't you being the Federation in your game?
I was trying to be the Federation. I can be more the Federation. They've got the Federation
I'm a huge fan of Star Trek, like myself.
Yeah. This update, that one of the Federation types is a lot like the Federation in Star Trek. So. Or you can be a feudal empire properly now. It would be cool. You just like be in charge. You'd be the Klingon Empire basically, which is going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of more role-playing stuff with this.
He bought a gaming laptop too. Cannot articulate my disappointment enough. He didn't buy a gaming laptop. He bought it for work. I tried to convince him to buy a gaming laptop because I thought it'd be funny.
I'd bought a laptop that had a dedicated graphics card for future.
We did a benchmark
use.
on it before the podcast.
We don't know what it means.
We don't. It's got like a score of 2000 on 3D S Max, whatever that means.
I don't do benchmarking. It doesn't mean anything to me. I was going to play Solaris and tell you how much it was shit compared to my graphics card at home, but
it's got like what has it got? It's got like a mobile 1060 in it, right?
it's got a 1650 max.
Okay, that's even better.
Q.
But I was like, I was trying to get Tony to get one with like a 2080 Ti.
Yeah, you wanted one with 8 gigabytes of VRAM.
I was like, you need this to code at work. You're gonna need the power of this.
You wanted the Alienware M52 or something, or M51 2 or X2. I don't know whether that one was.
I forget, Joe. What was your favorite episode of Star Trek? The one with the red shirt guys in it. That's one of my favorites.
Red shirt guy.
Yep. The one with the sex virus.
You like the one
where Data turns into a pleasure droid.
That's not the first season.
Yeah, that's the first season of the
I
Next
like
Generation.
my favorite one is one where Neelix dies.
No, not poor little Neelix.
He comes back though.
Thank God. They'd have to get a new chef. What?
Okay.
They have synthesizers. Why do they need a chef?
Okay, because they're running out of power.
Oh, okay. I never understood that.
No, they had to use the power to make the flipping. It doesn't make any sense.
They can replicate any food in the universe.
Yeah.
Like, now we need a chef.
We need to grow our own food and have a chef. We'd like a hydroponics bait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's a classic. Yeah, it was great. It's actually okay. No joke. That one when Neelix dies is actually like, the best Neelix episode, where
Really?
Neelix is like the main plot point. Like he basically dies, gets resuscitated, or potentially he's dead for like 30 seconds or something. You looking for Neelix?
That reminds
me
of an episode of Star Trek. Hey, that reminds me of an episode of Star Trek.
Yeah, he dies,
Yeah.
and he has to deal in his belief that you went to heaven to see your, I guess, people you lost, but you didn't see anyone, so he's having this existential crisis. It's actually a really good one. With
Neelix
Neelix
also knows the Delta Quadrant.
Oh yeah, he's also the navigator.
Okay.
That's why he's on there. But then he also becomes a chef and the counselor. So I feel like they just went, need to give Neelix something to do.
He's got all that cool makeup on. They had to do something with it.
Yeah.
For Data, they just put a bit of glitter on his face. But then they had the full fish ass looking makeup.
I do they turn his eyes are really cool.
Kez is fucking fit. I think Dave may be drunk, but
no, Kez is the other person that comes aboard from the Delta Quadrant.
Okay.
You prefer Kez to 7 of 9.
She's gonna be in the new Star Trek.
She's back,
and she's as cute as a Borg.
Yeah. I actually really want to see I realize it might be shit, but I really want to see 7 of 9 with Picard. Because they both were.
Yeah, but it's going to be like Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
And okay, this is not going to happen, right? Okay. But I think it would be so funny if they have a fist fight. Because that's the kind of shit they would do in Star Trek Discovery.
I watched yesterday, last night. Someone was showing the guy called when the Forge has to talk to. It's not Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
No, the guy that's really introverted and Riker's oh, I want him to leave the ship, and he Car's no, Geordie, make friends with him.
Right.
But they were showing that clips of that episode with one of the Star Trek shorts before the season 2 came out.
Neelix is coming back. My dreams. When is Neelix coming back?
I don't know, but I thought they were showing clips between that episode and something else that Discovery, and I honestly thought it was a parody.
Really?
Yes, and I was wait a minute, what? This is the actual short. The captain in there was oh, why did he die? Or why did one of your crew die? Oh, he was an idiot.
The shorts from the new Discovery series. Yeah, they did a review on those on Riddler Media.
So shit. I actually thought it was a parody, not knowing what it was I was watching. Solaris, everybody. Reminds me of this episode of Star Trek.
Reminds me of an episode of The Orphan.
And Star Wars.
Anyway.
Moving on. That's Solaris.
Speaking of Paradox, Crusader Kings 2 is now free to play.
Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on with Crusader Kings 2. This is Crusader Kings 3.
But they're releasing Crusader Kings 3 now, which makes sense why it's going free to play.
Yeah, I think people got pissed because they bought everything and now it's...
I had Crusader Kings 2. I must have got it in a bundle at some point because I did not buy that game. But it's called An Heir is Born. I guess there's going to be more focus on heirs and that sort of stuff. I don't know anything about the game.
I don't know.
I've never played Crusader Kings.
As far as
all I know is that you have like a... Isn't that a game where you have like a big map of like Europe and you're trying to
the whole point of the game is for you to get heirs and like control more power, just like in the medieval era. Like it is quite realistic.
So I know a lot of people saying they don't really know what would make this a step up from Crusader Kings 2 because that's pretty much just like a good game.
It's definitely using they're using a different engine, so I don't know what the...
Oh, they got Snake. He's Slytherin.
He's dead.
Oh, that's fucked up, man. They put a snake in a baby's bed. Is that a new option?
You have to kill the... Yeah, I think you can...
I want to make a game where you put a snake in a baby's bed.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give a achievement reward. I want to see an emotional reward based on the player's reaction to that scene.
What if...
And it's going to be called Cube 2.
What? Where is Cube 2? Remember it was called Curiosity? Then they got confused with the rover. But yeah, it's just gonna be like as far as I know, like in the original game, you just like loads of options came up and like you had to make decisions, but like they all came together and like fucked you over or didn't, or you succeeded with it.
This was actually the first time I watched the trailer, and everyone's like, "I can't believe they killed a baby." What do I do, my lord? Destroy the child. Wait, isn't that like an Alex Jones quote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
This is Paradox as well, which is a publisher that you like.
I like Paradox. A lot of people give them shit
because the Stellaris DLCs, which we were just talking about.
Yeah. So oddly, with this announcement, there are review bombs across all Paradox games.
Really?
Yeah.
For this announcement.
I think at the same time. I don't know if something else was happening.
There was Stellaris DLC.
Yeah, no one was talking about that.
Wait, what was their review bomb about?
I don't know.
Because of the trailer.
I have no idea. I don't know if it's like, they're making Crusaders King 2 is gonna be redundant now because the new game's coming out. It's like, yeah, that's how games work though.
But the new game is free to play, so.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't though. So maybe they're mad.
Do people still want updates for?
Yeah, I don't know. I find the Crusader Kings guys, the fans of Crusader Kings, are the shittest people. I really hate them. They bitch and moan. I don't actually know what's going on, so maybe it's like all fair enough. I don't know how the game works. I don't know how the updates work. I don't know how the game plays.
I forgot to put this on the list, but I actually want to talk about this.
Payday.
The devs are bringing back Payday 2. So we talked about Starbreeze going the Swedish version of Bankrupt. They failed with the raid. They failed with the weird Walking Dead game they tried to make.
Yeah.
And they said, because they made Payday into the Payday Game of the Year edition or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And they said, this will contain all the DLC and we're stopping development for... And they stopped development for like a year because they had the final DLC. Because spoiler alert, if you don't know, the final DLC is you break into the White House, you get pardons for yourselves, which are apparently just blank pardons in like a safe. And then it's heavily suggested that Bane, the guy who is like on a wheelchair and he's telling you where to go and where to do the heists, he gets this weird mythical machine thing that turns him into the president, and then he's just like, yeah, you guys can do whatever you want, I'm the president now. And that's the end of the game story.
Okay. I don't get Payday at all.
It's a fun game. The story doesn't make any sense.
I couldn't get into the gameplay though. Like,
the thing is, Payday 1, they like struck gold, and they were like,
yeah,
this game's really fun. If they tightened up some of the mechanics, like the stealth mechanics aren't great in Payday 1, but like they massively improved like stealth mechanics, like cameras and stealth takeout stuff. And it's like in Payday 2 they did that, and they improved the actions. They
did
added
I play
perks.
Payday 2 or Payday 1 that one time?
I don't know.
Okay, I thought it might be Payday 1.
But Payday 2 is when it released was really good. I really enjoyed playing it. But the thing is, they did what I was talking about Stellaris. They kept releasing DLC. And that's when I think people got annoyed. And then they had the whole loot box controversy.
Yeah, I thought from what I could understand that people were okay with the DLC as long as it was worth the money. Then
but the problem with the DLC was it was locking off like specific perk and characters and perk trees, which people didn't like. And there were some DLCs that made perks so powerful that you didn't have to pay that. You basically didn't have to play the game because you became so powerful from a perk tree. It was completely ruining the gameplay for a lot of people. And you may say, well, don't play with it on, but then there's co-op, so you have to play with other people. You
can't release DLC that breaks something. It doesn't.
But now the Game of the Year edition of Payday 2 is now becoming the Legacy Collection, and they're going to be releasing more DLC. So I think basically Starbreeze is in a lot of trouble, and they've gone, fuck, Payday 2 is really popular. We can't afford to develop Payday 3, so we're going to have to put that on hold.
They can't.
And we're going to have to try and make Payday 2 more DLC work. They did do a teaser of the new DLC as well. It's Border Crossing Heist is the next DLC. They've shown this off already, the store page. So this will be the next one. I don't know if anyone's going to be playing Payday 2
release
anymore.
November.
Yep, it's releasing soon. So
the
thing with the Payday DLC is the maps, at least the heists. If somebody owns it, everyone can play it.
Oh, okay, right.
So it's similar to, I think, the last game I played with that was Warhammer Vermintide has that system as well,
Solaris has
which is cool. I do like that system where you're not locking off player bases behind map packs, which is something Call of Duty did for a long time, which was kind of a big mistake from them.
Does Civ still lock you off, or does they make it if one of you owns it, you can all play it?
No, I think you have to buy the Civ packs.
Because Solaris, only one of you needs to own it.
The person to ask is Dave, because he definitely knows.
Okay.
So I could be wrong. Anyway, well, that's trailers and me talking about Halloween for 40 minutes.
Going back to Star Trek, I think Dave was saying Neely's going to become the captain. Is that what's happening?
Hopefully.
What?
Right.
Is that actually okay? I don't believe.
I didn't show this trailer. There's a Postal 4's coming out, and people are hyped for it. Postal 1 and 2 are like underground hype success. Like
I don't know. They look interesting, but it always gets like not controversially controversial, if that makes any sense. But it's like, you get to kill people.
The game that reminds me of is kind of like violent goat simulator, where it's just a giant sandbox to do nothing. You
can kill people violently though, and apparently it's going to make people into murdering serial killers.
But it does look like a cool sandbox game.
It does look pretty cool.
And because you may be saying, well, there's Postal 1 and Postal 2. Why is this Postal 4? There was actually a Postal 3 game that exists, but it wasn't made by the original devs, so that everyone's just pretending it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's not real. They should have just called this Postal 3.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're naming it properly. It's not just Postal.
I'm
glad they actually went, it's Postal 4.
I've never played Postal, so I don't know how good it was, but I heard it was
I've watched
a sandbox game.
Yeah, I've watched people play it. I've never played it myself. I don't own it, I don't think.
Anyway, let's move on to quick news.
Went from quick trailers to quick news.
Okay. Steam's sales have been leaked. If you're watching this live, the Halloween sale should be live tomorrow at about 6 p.m. GMT, which is the usual time it goes live, which is also UTC now, because if you haven't set your clock yet, Dave, we've gone back an hour. We are now in British winter time.
That's a GMT.
Which is just
GMT. We were in
British summertime.
BST. Now we're in GMT.
But now we are the universal time UTC is the same as our time now.
Yes.
So if you ever talk to someone from a different country and say, what's the time? Give them the universal time, because it's exactly the same as the British time, and you can be like, ha ha ha, gotcha.
GMT. Apparently it's a successor to GMT. Okay.
We talk about this Steam dates leaking all the time. They're always correct. They always get leaked because Steam sends out information to devs saying, "Hey, a sale's coming." Every single dev is, how many fucking games are on Steam? At least one of them's going to leak the dates.
Yeah, you can't really not get leaked at this
Multiple
point.
developers posted it in multiple places despite Valve asking otherwise, but that's how it goes every single time. So if you want to play some spooky Halloween games, get your checkbook out tomorrow and have a look on Steam. Twitch is now testing watch parties, so this will allow streamers to restream Amazon Prime Video content, and it'll only be viewable to people who have Amazon Prime. This is kind of interesting because there's been a huge wave of Twitch streamers who want to watch videos on streams. I know we were talking about Mindfield earlier. I think every single streamer on Twitch at one point just watches all of Mindfield on their stream.
Okay.
They're called React Andies. And
I just don't understand. Like, why
people really love watching TV shows, films,
else.
YouTube videos with Twitch. No, with Twitch chat specifically, because it makes it a lot funnier.
Okay. I can understand watching something like Black Lightning with Twitch chat.
But the thing. Well, there's the new Amazon original which I told you about. It's called DC the Swamp.
Oh yeah,
thing.
the Swamp thing.
I haven't watched any episodes about.
Like
but
you
it
can
looks
advertise
terrible
that
based on how it's a DC original, Amazon original thing.
It looks terrible.
I get Black Lightning flashbacks. So I'm like, this is gonna be terrible.
That's what we need Twitch chat.
But yeah, like something like Amazon. There was some really good Amazon originals, like the new season of Mr. Robot's coming out weekly, and I was gonna wait for that because
more to come out.
It's coming out. The next episode's coming out tomorrow. I think there's about 5 episodes out at the moment.
I haven't started watching.
But I was just gonna wait till the whole series comes out because I like to binge watch.
Have you watched? You watched all of them up to this point then?
Yeah, I've seen the first 3 seasons. It's fantastic. It may be the best, one of my favorite shows.
I queued it up. And
it's not just the flagship TV show for Amazon.
It's a flagship
original. It may be a flagship TV show for anything because it's that good. Other great. I watched, of course, The Boys, which the Red Letter Media talk about. That's another great Amazon original.
Yeah, that's the superhero one, isn't it?
I watched Preacher, which I really enjoy. Who's the same comic book as The Boys, the same writer. That was really good. But anyway, what was I going to say?
Oh, they also
with this, you can now watch Jack Ryan. That's I'm only human. Get on the plane. I can't go to Yemen. I'm an analyst. I got so many of fucking adverts for Jack Ryan, Amazon Prime, Get on the Plane, that finally you can now watch it with Twitch chat. So there you go. This is meant to be quick. Dying Light is having a Left 4 Dead crossover where they're going to be adding Left 4 Dead 2 melee weapons to the game. That'll be happening soon.
Quick news.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare is an always online game in all game modes, so you could be playing single player online.
And be kicked off.
Yep. You're always connected to the servers. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville coming out of early access. I only just realised this game still exists. Actually, okay, that's not fair. I was watching somebody playing this game and it actually looked kind of interesting. But it won't do very well outside of China.
Isn't it full of loot boxes things? Or
I don't know.
Microtransactions or
I remember there was a lot, because I played the first and the second one through Origin Access. My Origin Access is now run out of. I chose not to renew it. But this is a title I can see going to Origin Access at some point. Yeah. Like the basic, because that's the one worth.
So why don't you think this would do well?
I forgot it existed, and I'm a fan of Plants vs. Zombies.
Okay, because you like Plants vs. Zombies.
How many people have you seen playing Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville?
None.
Okay. I saw somebody streaming it, and it looked fun.
That's a goat.
And I think it's a good... Jim always talks about Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah, he likes Plants vs. Zombies.
Garden Warfare, because he's like, these games are really great, but nobody plays them because...
And they've got really bad microtransactions.
They're just fucked over by EA.
Yeah.
And I've played them, and they are really good multiplayer games, and even single-player games as well, but I don't think anyone will play them, so it won't get the press it needs. Battlefield 2 added co-op defend modes, in addition to its other co-op modes that we talked about before. And there's new Clone Wars appearances.
Is it they're actually updating this game?
They're always updating. They're constantly getting updates.
It's like 2 years since the big old controversy when it first launched, right?
We've also got the brand new Darth Maul skin from the Clone Wars where he's like, Kenobi! When he's in like his robes.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll see if I can find a clip. Kenobi Darth Maul. From Star Wars Rebels. That emote is now in the game form. Kenobi! just keep putting more prequel content in this game. It's so funny to me. I fucking love prequel content.
Yeah, I like the Clone Wars stuff legitimately.
The Last of Us 2 has been delayed to spring. This is after hearing news that they were removing the multiplayer mode, or they weren't developing the multiplayer mode because they wanted to focus on the single player mode. This is kind of I don't know. I think it's good that they're delaying it, Naughty Dog, if it's not up to scratch, but having to delay it and, also having the news about the multiplayer stuff.
Who's playing multiplayer?
Worrying it.
Was it co-op?
Uncharted has multiplayer.
Yeah, shit.
That's another Naughty Dog game where it's this is clearly a single player game, but they've tacked on multiplayer onto it.
Yeah, that's because it was from a vestigial from the era of everything.
What I would say is, it's not great news that it's had to been delayed, but on the other hand, it's better that it may come out in a better state if they do. Cool. Warframe's getting an Old Blood update. This Grendel thing that they've released looks hilarious.
Yeah, I don't...
It's just shooting stuff out of it. Looks like a terrifying Warframe.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you play Warframe, that's cool. I
Spooky
don't personally because I've tried playing it, but I found it too grindy.
Yeah, I think...
Magic the Gathering actually had a Hong Kong protest. As I mute Day 9. Li Xingtang came on stage with his bandana on, and he put his support of the protest of Hong Kong, and he was not censored by Wizard of the Coast. There you go, Blizzard. That's how you do it.
When they also
they said they
broadcasters don't get in the way of anything.
They said they wouldn't censor any pro Hong Kong messages, and this also comes after Blizzard completely removes post-game interviews at the Hearthstone Collegiate Championships, and they removed player cams. So we can see where Blizzard's lies with this issue.
Bobby Kotick is clearly Chinese film.
Okay, that was quick news, which wasn't very quick, but
quick news.
Fallout 76. Okay, I was on Twitter, right?
Yep.
And I see Bethesda trending, and I'm like,
oh no, what have they done?
What have they done again to Fallout 76? I was like, they can't possibly have fucked up again with Fallout 76 somehow.
Yes,
they found a way. $13 a month private servers.
That eats your content.
And people reporting that these private servers weren't even... Okay, this is what it reminds me of. This is a article from a satirical newspaper about games called Hard Drive. And it's like, BioWare plans exciting Halloween event for persons still playing Anthem. And I was like, yeah, this Fallout 76 news kind of reminds me of that.
No, but there's actually hardcore fans for Fallout 76. It's really stupid.
So apparently,
they were
reusing servers that had already had NPCs and stuff killed in them.
$100 a year subscription to get private servers and unlimited storage of scrap. When they got to the servers, they were already stuff was already looted and things were already done. They weren't brand new servers.
Scrapbox was deleting scrap.
The scrap boxes just ate everything. Gone. Also, if anyone in your friends list can join your private servers.
There's no way to stop it.
No. So if someone was saying some guy who traded lots of stuff on Steam had lots of friends and anyone could join.
They said I can't go to China. I'm a Democrat.
Yeah. Don't go to China. Go to Hong Kong. Yeah, I don't understand.
Looted areas.
Yeah. It's like they copied an old server for some reason. How do you fuck up $100 subscription
Todd Howard's got some fucking balls. This guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He keeps coming up on I guess not social media, but on interviews and saying how he thinks Fallout 76 is going to be great. It's how can you say that with a straight face?
You look at the Outer Worlds and its success, and then you look at Fallout 76 and you're like, how did it all go wrong?
Where did it all go wrong? Is what I want to know.
Well,
just make an RPG
you can
that
track
works.
One, Bethesda. That's all you need to say. Bethesda made it.
Number two, they keep using the same shitty engine.
Shitty engine. Number three, they gave it to an inexperienced new development studio in Texas, I think. And they're like, build this live service. This is gonna stop us having to make Fallout games for the next 5 years.
And I think they outsourced lots of small projects, which made it a really weird mess of things coming together.
Yep.
It's a really bad idea.
The reason they're doubling down on Fallout 76 is because the idea of this game was they were going to make a live service that meant they didn't have to release, Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
Or they didn't have to make, was it Starbound is the next game they're making?
Yeah.
And they were we can have a couple years of development where we have this live service, and it's just completely
failed. Before 76 came out, Todd Howard was like, oh, it's a shame that we can't, he didn't say get money from, but it was interface or interact with the community with when we put out an Elder Scrolls game, we don't get to interact with anyone afterwards. It's it doesn't get any money after they've released the game. is basically what they were saying. So
I think it's the last podcast before BlizzCon. So before BlizzCon comes out, I just want to do some quick predictions. I think
prediction.
they're
Hang on,
Diablo
I'll
4.
Okay.
I think Diablo 4 is coming out of BlizzCon. I think we're definitely going to see Warcraft Reforged. We're definitely going to see the new WoW patch. Anything? Do you think Overwatch 2 is coming out? Because it's been 3 years, so I don't think there's enough time for Blizzard to make another Overwatch game.
Could there be an expansion to it?
People think they want to make like a single player expansion for Overwatch.
I reckon that might be.
I don't think anything is going to. I think that they said that they were going to have like a quiet year this year, but after the Hong Kong stuff and Diablo Immortal, I think if they don't announce like a Diablo 4, this is going to be like the most mocked BlizzCon ever.
I don't understand. Okay, I agree with you, Diablo 4.
And the protests that are going to happen at this BlizzCon.
Diablo 4 for sure.
Okay.
At least now they might be like really early development, but like, oh yeah, this is what we've got something.
I want to see something about Warcraft Reforged because it's supposed to be coming out this year. I haven't seen fucking anything about it.
No,
I've been waiting for Warcraft Reforged.
I don't understand the Overwatch 2 stuff. I don't understand where this is coming from. Like, what's this?
Overwatch is by far their most popular IP.
So they think they definitely have.
They're doubling down on the Overwatch League.
Yeah, which is why I think it'd be an expansion, not a second game. Because why would you have a league that then switches games?
True.
So it has to be. To me, it has to be some sort of expansion.
There's been some like Overwatch 2 logo stuff kind of leaked.
Yeah.
There's been some leaked information about a new Overwatch game. Basically,
it might be a standalone single player game, maybe.
It says I can't wait for Elder Scrolls 69. Seeing how they've handled Fallout 76 means that I look at Elder Scrolls 6 and I go, "There's no way this game can be good."
Seeing how they've Fallout 4 and using the same engine, I'm not looking.
You think Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out in this engine that the Fallout 76 is in?
No, it's a Fallout 4 engine at least. I'm not sure it's this. I don't know what engine they're using for 76, but even the Fallout 4's engine is shit.
Blizzard Activision is becoming the new Bethesda. Just fucking up constantly.
They're both being really shit.
That's what I'm saying.
They both should just join at this point and just take the shit.
Blizzard, Activision, Bethesda.
Yeah, that's what they should.
Amalgamation. Yeah. It's like they would have so many prisoners of good games stuck inside this terrible publisher.
Which is why it should fail, so people can buy the assets. Which is why I can't remember who it was.
THQ Nordic.
Yeah, but someone was saying like, oh well, we have to. This wasn't actually what they were saying, but like it kind of like implied from this was saying like, oh, we need to support them, else we won't have good games. Like, no, I want these publishers to fail. Yes, the developers might like lose their jobs for a bit, but I think they should get reabsorbed to other good companies and not under the foothold of really shit companies. And the IPs would be bought by other companies. I'd rather they failed.
Humble Monthly is relaunching as Humble Choice, so they're relaunching a more expensive service. So rather than having a fixed bag of games, usually 8 for $12 a month, $12 a month, each month Humble Choice will give you a choice of 10 games and let you pick some to keep. You get 3 of your choice basic tier for 15, or 9 out of a choice of 10 for 20.
Yeah.
So basically, what this seems like to me, unless the games you're getting to choose from are significantly better, this is just increasing the price and giving you less games.
Yeah.
This is what it seems like to me. This seems like a terrible customer.
Yeah, I assume it's so more. But okay, I have a sneaking suspicion.
Okay.
They increase the price so they can get more people to increase the choice for later on. Maybe it'll start off being shit, then more people will be willing to put their stuff on.
Speaking of choice, I was watching a Mindfield episode about choice, and people actually prefer it when they have less choice.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, it's because you have to think about...
There's a thing called choice paralysis.
Yeah.
Where when people have too much choice, they tend not to even make a purchase.
No.
Or choose something.
Or they just choose something that they... Yeah. To be fair, it makes sense, though.
They did say they were going to use a new engine, but shortly after they went back on that.
Yeah, I was going with the new information. Because I was looking forward to an Elder Scrolls 6 with the new engine. They're like, no, we're deciding we're going to use the old engine.
The Humble Monthly bundle was always something I looked at and said, I would maybe think about getting that when I had some more cash, but...
No, I thought...
We're gonna basically this whole service is gonna hinge on the first month's offerings and how good those games are.
Yeah, it depends how good. If increasing the price means they can get better choices or Well, not better games. Some of them were good games, but like
But if
more
the first
more
three
good
games
games.
are AAA games that recently came out, then it's going to be okay. Maybe this.
If that's what they're doing, so they can get more people in get more games on the service, then fair enough. But if they're not doing that, then I don't think it's going to succeed. But we'll see. I don't know.
But at the moment, for the basic, you're paying $3 more and you get 5 less games. That doesn't seem like a good choice.
No. That's choice.
Anyway.
Choices matter.
PS4 cross-play beta will have 79 PC titles with cross-play on them. Here's a full list of them if you want to check that out. So that's pretty cool.
Minecraft
has partial cross-platform support.
What does that mean?
You can't play it cross-platform with PS4.
Oh, I see, right. I see, yeah.
Because you remember when it released and they were like...
Yeah, we want this to...
You can play it on every platform apart from PS4 because they refused to let Xbox Live onto their service. Yeah. But there's going to be tons of PC.
They don't even let you play onto their service. It's crazy.
Yeah. Sea of Thieves is getting a Halloween update. Fort of the Damned.
The latest update to Sea of...
It's pretty cool. I think Sea of Thieves is a cool game. We're getting some spooky, colourful skeletons. Basically, the big update is there's a brand new fort. It's called the Fort of the Damned, and that's going to be like a big challenge to take out with your crewmates.
It's like a dungeony sort of thing. Or...
Forts are basically when you're sailing around the map.
Yeah.
Basically, forts are like points on the map where there's really good loot, and you can go and you have to fight waves of skeletons until the vault opens, and then you take the loot and you cash it in.
Right, yeah.
Basically, you see like a skull in the eye, and when the eyes are glowing, that's when you know a fort is open. There's some other updates, but yeah. I haven't been playing Sea of Thieves because my Xbox Game Pass ran out. If you're interested in playing the Outer Worlds and you have Windows 10, you can play the Outer Worlds on Windows 10 for £1.
Well, I better pick it up. Now I've got Windows 10.
Play it on your laptop. You should have put it on your gaming laptop. You only have it on your laptop.
Gaming laptop. It's not a gaming laptop.
It's a gaming laptop. It's got a 1650 in it, mobile.
So. Only 4 gigabytes of VRAM.
I have 4 gigabytes of VRAM on my PC.
Yeah, but yours has adequate cooling and isn't max Q. It's max P.
What I'm saying. 974 gigabytes.
Yeah, it's 70.
No,
the 70 number is higher than the 50. I mean, it's a 9 and not a 10 or a 16, but that still makes it better.
Stadia's Crusader Kings 2 is free to play. Stadia arrives.
Why is that there?
I didn't move it with the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Stadia arrives on November 19th, so that's coming out. But something about Stadia is Google says you might have to wait to play Stadia even if you pre-ordered it. Apparently, they're not being able to get everyone's Founders Edition through. So some people have bought the $130 Founder Edition, and they may not be able to get it right away.
Be honest here.
Okay.
Is it just tech reviewers and people who have bought these expensive ones?
No, tech reviewers are getting them for free because they want people to play it.
No, but by the tech reviewers that they wouldn't that are wild cards and would just like shit on it.
I don't like people like Jim are not going to be pre-ordering a $130 bundle just to test out this service. They're going to wait.
What about Linus though? They have not put any support. Actually, that's not true. Google do send them stuff all the time, so.
I think the people pre-ordering this are probably like people who have very high-speed internet and too much money anyway and don't really care about $130.
Okay.
So, Founders Edition and Premier Editions we sent on a first-come, first-served basis.
I just don't understand
If you pre-ordered the Stadia Pro to play Destiny 2 the collection, and you spent $130 on it, you may not be able to get it.
All the power to you if you have the...
Last piece of news. For quick news, Valve has implemented the music app type, which means game soundtracks can be bought without owning the base game. So if you want to buy a soundtrack on Steam, you no longer have to own the game to buy the soundtrack, which is cool.
I can't remember where there was a game that I didn't own. I wanted the soundtrack. I can't remember what that was now, but yeah, very useful.
Hotline Miami is a great one. Faster Than Light has one that I purchased.
Yeah, but I just buy these games with soundtrack though.
Existing soundtrack DLC will have to be converted manually through probably publishers.
I assume it also has to add... Oh no, the bundle would still work, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool. Right, Steam Remote Play Together. We talked about this last week that was potentially coming out. I've actually played it now. I can talk about some of the games I played. I think I have an image here. Yeah, so these are the games that I mainly tested. I didn't test them all, but I sent this image to Dave and we tested them out. So the ones I tested were Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Dio, which we've done a spotlight on, and is now free to play. What? So you don't even have to purchase it anymore. Dio is completely free to play. You can just get the game for free.
Okay.
We tried the Lego The Hobbit. I haven't played. I want to play Rock of Ages because that's like a great game. And Sonic Mania.
Yeah, I saw you playing Sonic Mania.
Yeah, I didn't even know it had co-op until it had the tag. I was like, what? Because apparently the original Sonic games had co-op through them. And I was playing it with Dave because the camera always follows Sonic, player 1, and then player 2 has to awkwardly try and stay on the screen at the same time. And he was saying he used to play that with his brother in the original Sonic games, and he can't imagine doing it now because of how annoying it is.
Yeah.
So I actually played some Sonic Mania. I've never played the original Sonic games. That was an interesting experience because they are a lot harder than I thought they were going to be. Like the mechanics, like if Mario is on the left, like easy game, and then Mega Man's over here, right at the other end, like Mega Man's fucking impossible. Sonic Mania is kind of somewhere in the
Has anyone completed Mega Man?
No, I've tried. I have the Mega Man Legacy Collection, and I tried playing through it, and I was struggling on the first level.
I have a question.
Even with save states, I was struggling on like one of the first levels of Mega Man. And I remember it being impossible on my Game Boy as well.
What's the quickest speedrun of Mega Man?
10. You want to have a look
10 hours.
There's probably a glitch that lets you skip the game.
Okay, no glitch then.
Mega Man speedrun Warpless, maybe. Mega Man speedrun wouldn't not any percent.
$34 hours.
No, that's for a different game.
Okay, right.
The newer Mega Man X is like a newer one, isn't it? Mega Man X is 35 minutes, and that's 100%.
Okay.
Let me go speedrun.com. Let's go there. No.
I just want to know, like, if anyone's completed the game. That's
which Mega Man?
First ever Mega Man.
What's it called?
I don't know.
I don't actually
know. What are these names?
They all have weird. Mega Man Unlimited. I don't. That's from 2013, and that's a Mega Man fan game series.
What?
First Mega Man game. What's it called? Original series. How do I find a speedrun for the original Mega Man?
It's just called Mega Man, apparently.
Okay, they're using a different leaderboard for Mega Man.
Is this all Mega Man?
Mega Man 1 to 6 is 2 hours. Buster only. Okay, let's start talking about Mega Man.
I'm just confused by Mega Man. But yeah, so you're saying something's in between Mega Man and Mario. Yeah. What you were saying.
Okay. So I streamed these games today, and I did play one game where I was watching the stream.
Okay, right.
Dave reported like the stream quality was good. Most of these games were 2D, apart from Lego The Hobbit, which is a 3D game, but not too intensive, not too much movement. I really enjoyed playing Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We've played that before.
Yeah,
the co-op mode where you take one of my hearts and you become like a little floating piece. That's pretty Apparently, you can also play it in 4-player with the DLC.
Oh, we have to buy it.
That's something I might want to try out.
Do you have the DLC?
No.
Okay.
I just have the base game.
Yeah.
The latency is really good. I think they prioritize latency over bitrate.
So are they just sending like small packets for the interface?
I think they chose input over visual quality, which is much less noticeable on 2D games. But I'll show you like I have some recordings of me being streamed Road Rage Redemption, I think it's called. Yeah, Road Rage Redemption. So this is... It's not just music, so I get copyright strike.
This is a weird game.
remember which. I might be at the bottom of the top. I don't remember if I was player 2 or player 1 at the minute. But this is actually a really cool game. I never played this because Dave owns this, but he was streaming it to me. You can see the options down there, so you can toggle. You can turn that off, so you just see literally the game, and you wouldn't know you're being streamed it. You can toggle full screen or look at the settings. Like you can turn down the volume you're receiving it at.
So okay, right.
It's too loud.
Cool.
This game was really cool. I would compare this game as it's like Burnout on motorbikes with a bit of Mario Kart in it.
Okay.
That's kind of the way I describe it. This game is actually really fun.
I've seen some people playing this like when it first.
But if you look here, like you can definitely see some pixelation from the bitrate, but the input is really good. Like I didn't find any lag on my input when I was playing this with my controller. But the idea of the game is you're in a race, but you can also take people out of the race by killing them, and when you kill them, that gives you boost. So the idea is you can like chain together kills to get ahead, and that's kind of the momentum you get back into the game. If you get behind as well, you get boost from driving into traffic, and it's called close call bonus as well. It's another way you can get back in. Okay. I wanted to show up. I recorded
it's got lots of risk reward mechanics for boosting and things. That's a really cool idea.
But there's also like we did the rooftop level.
Yeah.
Where you can see some of
that's
like
really,
I think you notice the bitrate more on the rooftop because there's so much moving around.
There's more of a movement below you.
But you can get like there's stuff you can get like boost jumps. You can get like a grapple gun.
It's not
you can
that
get like
bad
an Uzi to shoot people. Yeah.
It's way better than I thought it was going to be. Actually.
There's a lot of me driving into shit because it's kind of complicated to get into this game, but once you get into it, it's like really, really cool. Like you have different weapons. Like I have a harpoon gun here, but the pipe is better against enemies without shields. But then you can also use the sword, which is better against enemies with shields. So there's also different characters. Like some of the characters, there's like Shovel Knight is an unlockable character. There's also like the characters from Killing Floor are also playable characters, and they have different stats. You definitely got to check out this game at some point. Yeah. I've never tried streaming a game with 4 people. I've only done 2 people at the moment.
Okay.
But it is possible to do 4 people. I do want to see a game streamed to 4 people and how that affects latency and visual quality. But definitely check this one out. If someone owns Red Dead Redemption, get them to stream that too because this game's really fun.
I know something I want to test out. Is how shit would my experience be?
Yeah,
because that would be a really good stress test.
So I started uploading this video to YouTube, and I recorded what it looked like while I was recording a YouTube video. Now the visual quality went a lot down. So obviously the image you're seeing isn't going to be as good as the one we're seeing. Because it's going through the bitrate of OBS as well. Yeah, but I got to tell you, I'm getting this pixelated blur as well. But so someone like you that doesn't have high speed internet
and it cuts out and like up and down.
This is probably somewhere like what your experience might be.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to explain to Dave, it was okay. Like the original one was good, but I had some pixelation because of bitrate. And now this really puts the point through, like, you are going to lose visual quality through bitrate streaming when you're being streamed through poor internet.
Yeah, which is why I don't think Google Stadia would be any good. So
not for you. But if you live in Silicon Valley and have high-speed internet...
But why not just buy the game and not stream it?
I don't know.
I just feel like the amount of money people have pre-ordered for Google Stadia, you might as well just save up for like a computer.
But this is basically I was bottom screening. This is like worst case scenario for this, but I didn't get streamed to any 2D game. I really want to see how a 2D game the bitrate is, because I asked Dave and he said looks fine, but he says that about everything, so he said it was perfect. So I wanted to test it out for myself, and I definitely did see some bitrate drops on the original Obviously, this is way better, but obviously you can see pixelation. But this is like possibly worst case scenario. This is also an older game, so there's obviously not the same tech visual quality anyway. Hey, mine's not poor. I'm not saying your internet connection is poor.
You've actually got decent internet. Mine's like a third of that at best, Dave.
Yeah.
Mine's crazy. I think yours is about that as well, wasn't it, actually?
I get about 50.
Oh, okay.
55 megabits. So
We are switching next month, but...
Are you getting fibre to the premises, or you decide not to? I don't think it'll make that much of a difference depending on how close to your box is.
No, apparently it really does.
Depends how close you are to the box.
No, it doesn't. People we were talking to, they said like, no, you just need it all the way.
Okay, how feasible it is depends how close to the box. Because my box is at the end of the street.
Yeah. Okay.
My box is like literally as far away as possible from my house.
I'm only two. The start of our street, we're only 2 houses away, and that's where the box is. Okay. But on the other side of the road. So.
Anyway, I have been testing this out. I've had a lot of fun with this. Binding of Isaac's been really fun. Dio's, I played this with Andy. It's like a cart puzzle game. That's really cool to stream. It's free to play. Test out Dio because it's really fun.
It was really fun to play.
Puzzle platform, that's really fun to play.
Makes you think though.
The Lego Hobbit. Lego games are games that are really fun to play couch co-op.
Yes.
Now you can stream them to a friend is how much you play them. That's really fun.
Also, everyone already owns all the Lego games because I kept putting them in bundle sales on Steam. So yeah.
I will test out more games. These are the ones I picked out, and I tested out some of them. Steam Remote Play is really cool. So we move on to main topics. Right. Running out of time, but I really want to talk about Riot Games. Because they are no longer Riot Game. They are now Riot Games. We have more games now, and I have been playing some of these games. Or one of them, I played the card game, Legends of Runeterra. TFT is coming to mobile. This seems like a no-brainer. I thought it always was going to be, especially with Underlords Mobile and Auto Chess and Mobile originally. You can now sign up for the Google Play Store and the Apple Store.
They've actually got a game.
They're also doing a Rise of Elements patch, so there's brand new TFT gameplay.
You played this then? Okay.
Have I played the new TFT?
No, just any of it.
I've played TFT.
Okay.
Haven't played it on mobile.
Okay.
I recently uninstalled League on my computer.
Oh, okay. Would you play this on mobile?
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would probably play this on mobile more than I would play it on my computer.
Yeah, because this is big on. But to me, like, would you not rather just play it like on like another monitor while doing something
I do
else,
want to talk about real quickly. We talked about Steam Link going to mobile. I actually tested out Steam Link Mobile on my new phone because recently I got a iPhone SE from an iPhone 4S. That's a big gap in terms of technology. And I did worst case scenario, so I tested out a game that is not supposed to be, that didn't have Steam Link capabilities.
Yeah.
And wasn't supposed to be, and you also couldn't control it with a Steam controller. So I tried Portal Knights and that didn't work at all, but that was like me just trying to get worst case scenario.
So worst case scenario, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was testing out Slay the Spire,
yeah.
So I was like, this works with Steam Link and it's probably a very good experience.
And what you want to play on the phone, yeah.
And that worked really well. I spent a lot of time just playing Slay the Spire downstairs on my phone, and that experience worked really well.
Yeah.
So Steam Link's really cool. If you want, so it's kind of like the idea of having a tablet downstairs and playing mobile games. You can just stream like a card game-esque game like Slay the Spire with not a lot of latency. Also, another thing you could do that I tried to do but I couldn't get to work, you can pair up your Steam controller with your phone. So you can...
Is that through Bluetooth?
Yeah,
okay.
I believe so. So I've got a Steam controller over here. You can pair up your Steam controller to go through your phone, and you can play, games that require a controller. You can, play controller games downstairs on your phone, which is really cool. I might try TFT on mobile. Speaking of mobile, League of Legends is coming to mobile, and I cannot wait for it. It's coming to mobile and console. It's being called Wild Rift, and I cannot explain to you how toxic it would be if they made mobile and console players get matched with PC players. Can you imagine? Vsauce Michael recently was talking about he had to play League of Legends.
Oh yeah,
he was talking about behind the scenes on the
director's cut thing of like
of Minefield, and he was talking about he had to play League, so he started playing. He said, "I've never been flamed more in my life than trying to learn to play League of Legends."
Yeah.
I can only imagine what it would be like to see Tyler 1 being matched up with a mobile player. One thing interesting, so out of this whole trailer, the biggest interesting point is, on the mobile version, you can direct the arrow and you seem to be able to control it. That's not something you can do at the moment on the PC version. So I'm wondering if the console and the mobile version will be a different game specifically for mobile, or they're going to update that character to have that ability. So that will be kind of interesting to see.
You played League at any point recently?
Haven't played in 3 years, and I have to say I'm way happier since I stopped playing it. That game, this game fucking sucks, but I still watch the esports.
Yeah.
Because there's tons of stories, and I still love watching the players.
I like the mechanics and like
when you
fighting.
see 5 people working together, playing against 5 people working together, it's a really interesting
that
experience.
never happens though.
Playing the game is one of the worst experiences in the world.
Yeah. The combat looks really fun, but like it's attached to the wrong game. That makes sense?
Nuclear Waste ain't got nothing on League. Yeah, true. But yeah, they're probably going to make a ton of skin sales on mobile, is probably what they're hoping for. That's cool. So, yeah.
You know what? I think I'd rather... Yeah.
Makes mobile games look like lol. This many people will delete Mobile Legends. There's tons of mobile games that have tried to emulate League of Legends MOBAs on the phone, and now Riot's like, well, if China's going to do that, I'm going to make my own.
We're China.
Yeah, with Tencent. So we also saw Project A. Riot is making an FPS.
They're making Overwatch.
It looks like a mix between Overwatch, CS:GO.
I can't remember what it was, but I like one of the mechanics when they jumped in the air and threw something. That actually looked pretty cool. I don't know whether.
So I'm definitely going to play this. I like FPS games.
This is good.
I think Riot makes good games. Generally, they have a good development team.
They have a good vision. Normally,
they have an interesting balance team.
Yeah.
But this, to me, it kind of looks like CS:GO with Overwatch abilities.
Yeah.
And
I kind of like that.
It's their first original IP after... Well, their first original IP game is going to be a shooter. So we will no longer have a League of Legends universe game.
Okay. I think it was this guy I kind of look of, actually. Yeah. It was
Throwing
this guy.
shields.
Yeah.
They said they didn't want any of the abilities to do damage. They wanted all of the abilities will be utility, and then all of the shooting will be from the guns.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might actually play this.
Wait, Tyler and Freak. Is that Tyler 1 and Freak?
I hope so. I also quite like the look of this game, actually. It's nice.
I know a lot of League of Legends esports casters do actually get to...
Hang on.
Yeah,
I just witnessed?
That did look like...
that looked like damage!
Yeah.
Oh,
does that look like an Aurelia ability or something?
Maybe it needs to be minor damage, I don't know.
Also, I think there was the ability to res people get shown at some point, and that means it wouldn't be like CS:GO. So I'm not sure. But there definitely was the knife ability, which I wasn't too sure about.
Yeah.
But Riot's actually making another game, and it actually looks pretty good. So that's Project A. We don't actually know what it's called yet. It's like a tactical shooter game.
We know what A normally stands for.
We'll move on to a game I've personally played, Legends of Runeterra. So after all these games got announced, Legends of Runeterra actually went straight into beta after... It's the 10-year anniversary of Riot Games.
Okay,
and
right.
We've got the new Riot card game, and I actually have some gameplay of this that I recorded. Legends of Runeterra. I think I mainly played through the tutorial. But the way I describe the game is it's kind of somewhere in between Hearthstone and Magic.
Oh yeah, yes, I remember you saying that. I kind of like the... So it's got a slightly simplified UI on the cards, like not as many...
But there's
going on, but...
You can do stuff in your opponent's turn is the idea that they want. They didn't want to have Hearthstone where you basically can't do anything while it's your opponent's turn, but there's different phases. So there's attack phases and there's defend phases, and it's more like the Magic system where someone attacks and you choose what you block with.
What's going on? I don't understand what's going on right now. You've got 5 cards at the bottom.
These cards are in play at the moment.
What's the thing above that? What was in there before, like a few seconds ago? on the grassy bit. What are those?
Those are attacking me.
Oh, okay. So they move into the.
When they're on the field, they're attacking, and then when you're defending and they're on the field, they're
blocking.
blocking.
Oh, okay.
And damage is persistent through rounds. So it's like magic, where someone attacks you and you choose what you want to block with it. And then you have mana.
Wait, so at the end of the round, does the stuff reset, or
just what the health?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so that's like Hearthstone in that regard.
It's persistent health like Hearthstone.
Yeah, but blocking and attacking like Magic. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's really cool. You know what though? If Magic had persistent health, I think it'd be a better game.
Really?
Yeah.
But you gain mana over time like Hearthstone, and when you don't spend mana, it goes into this 3 here, which is spell mana, and that mana can only be specifically spent on spells.
Oh, is that what you do on the other opponent's turn?
When it's your opponent, every time you play a card, that uses your turn, and then they get to play a card.
Oh, okay. So you can play a card, attack, and then it's their turn. Or attack, then play a card, then it's their turn.
So one thing you can do is like, I've got a really strong attack, but they may have a card to block with it. If you attack straight away, they can't play a card to block with it. But then that uses up your attack of that turn. Because cards don't have summoning sickness.
Yeah.
So you may want to play more cards to get more things into attack. But when you play a card, it gives your opponent a chance to respond with a blocker.
Yeah.
Or a spell. Because there's slow spells, which you can't play immediately. Or there's burst spells, which are like instants, basically.
Yeah.
This is like the Elise deck, and this is a very like aggressive spider deck. But here you go. Like you have slow spells, so if 3 allies died, I could summon a big creature. But then the vengeance spells are fast ones, so I could attack.
Oh, slow, fast, and burst. You got all 3 right there.
Mm-hmm. Burst is like the quickest one.
Yeah.
It happens straight away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is really interesting though.
So it's like an instant. So I could like buff up a unit.
Yeah.
Immediately. I did what I said I was going to do. I was like, I want to build a Teemo deck, and I built a Teemo deck, and the Teemo deck fucking sucks. That's what I gotta say about Teemo. I've spent so long making this Teemo deck. Got to catch a train and watch this on YouTube. See you later, Dev. Yeah, I heard other people trying to build Teemo decks as well, and apparently they had mixed experiences. So the way the mana works, so the thing with Magic is, so these guys have hooks, so they can force someone to block them. That's a mechanic that also exists in the game.
They can force the block. So if they're attacking,
they have this stat that's the hook, which forces people to block them.
Okay.
Because there's another character called Brom, who's like a 0/5. But when he takes damage, he can level up. Because there's another mechanics where... So, here we go. Elise can level up. So, at the start of the round, level up if you have 3+ spiders.
Oh, you keep them alive.
Yeah. But with Brom, he levels up if he takes damage. So, you get him... When you get him to attack, and you force people to hit him, and then he can... he also has a stat called Regeneration, where he heals at the end of the turn. And when he levels up, every time he takes damage, he summons a Poro, which is like a little chump blocker unit.
Yeah.
So I built like a Freljord Piltover deck, which was Teemo Mushrooms, and trying to slow down the game long enough with Freljord cards. I think a lot of people tried like a aggressive Teemo deck where you just kept putting in mushrooms or playing quick cards with was it Piltover the other is Piltover still a quick one? I think so. Because the way the mana works in this is like Magic forces you to build a specific type of deck by making it so you can put any card in your deck, but you need to play the mana type to play it.
You also put the mana in the deck as well, which is my biggest annoyance.
The way Legends of Runeterra does it is you gain mana every turn, but the way it changes how you can build a deck is you can only build a deck with 2 factions. So you have to pick decks from 2 factions, and that's how you build your deck. So I was saying I was building 2 faction decks because, you have to be like, I want Teemo, so I need this faction.
Yeah.
But I also want defensive cards, so I need to build Freljord.
Yeah, you can combine the mechanics to make it work. Yeah. Yeah, it is a lot like Magic combined with Hearthstone, and taking the best parts of both.
Some people.
This is really interesting, actually. Now I can actually see it.
some people have said like there doesn't need to be an in between because if you wanted to play like a simple card game, you would just play Hearthstone, and then if you wanted to play a complicated card game with turns and blocking and attacking, you would just play Magic.
No, I disagree. I'd rather play this.
This has the mechanic of if your thing blocked but then died, it still chump blocks nothing, which I think is good.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? They're still stuck killing that guy that turn.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
It still hits its corpse and it doesn't go
Also,
to your face.
chump block's a great word.
Yep.
Yeah, this is really interesting, actually. Again, it needs is a single-player story. I'm never going to get
I'm playing against AI here, but you can unlock all the cards just by playing against AI. One of the best ways to gain XP to unlock cards was just to immediately concede to AI. And it's like the quickest way to gain XP. Because when you gain XP, you unlock more cards.
Yeah.
So basically, you do the prologue and it gives you a bunch of cards and they give you wild cards, so you can choose what card you want to unlock. And the way the because it's a free-to-play game, I should mention, and you unlock cards by either leveling up or buying microtransactions, basically. But it's a pretty fair system from what I've seen. Okay. They give you a lot of cards for free, and honestly, I don't think you would have to buy.
Do you get for buying as well, though? Like, what's the cost? Or what's the value of the cards?
I think that I don't really know too much about the microtransactions, but it was mostly you could buy like a starter bundle and that give you like an influx of cards, basically. Okay.
So it sounds like Magic's real card packs where like you get quite a lot at once.
I think you get like a specific bundle of like cards.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Once you finish the prologue, you can then choose a faction, and then every time you level up, you get a bunch of cards from that faction.
Okay.
So you kind of choose what cards you target, which cards you want to unlock.
Yeah.
So that system is like very different from buying card packs, which I like. You can target what cards you want to try and get. Anyway, this
is good.
I enjoyed playing this. I did find I did stop playing it after a while.
That's because it needs a single player.
Yeah.
I don't. That's the why you play card games. That's why I play card games. Then. But I never get what I want.
Well, then, to get me specific to play this game more is add more Teemo cards.
Make Teemo work.
Buff Teemo, because it's kind of like the bomb deck from Hearthstone, where you put like a bomb into your deck and it blows up and deals a bunch of damage. Yeah. But Teemo's like you put lots of little mushrooms in and they deal very little damage. It's kind of a problem.
Should they buff them? Should they wait to like buff it, make level up to be a bigger bomb?
Well, the way Teemo works is when you plant 15 mushrooms into every time Teemo attacks, he deals 1 damage, and he has the elusiveness stat where he can't be blocked by anyone unless they have elusiveness, and he's just a 1-mana 1/1.
Okay.
And when you put 15 mushrooms into your opponent's deck, he then levels up, and every time he attacks your opponent, it doubles the amount of mushrooms in their deck. But the problem is that getting to 15 mushrooms and leveling up Teemo is still so slow. And then even with the point where I've put like 40 mushrooms in my opponent's deck, he still only like draws like 3 a turn, maybe. And it's
right, so it needs more mushrooms.
And I'm desperately like trying to play Freljord cards to slow the game down enough for him to draw the cards.
Yeah.
And it never usually gets to that point, which is why I think
more damage.
Teemo might be an aggressive deck, and you just put mushrooms into their deck, and if they draw them, they draw them. But you're mostly just trying to go face and deal. It might be I think Teemo might be an aggressive deck.
Okay.
From my limited deck building experience, where I specifically only built Teemo decks, because that's what I wanted to do.
It sounds like to me you're an expert on Teemo decks.
I'm kind of a Teemo expert.
Okay. You want to move on from this, or you got more to say?
No, that's it. Okay. Check that out when it comes out. It's kind of interesting. The way they did it was people were streaming on Twitch, and then when you watch the Twitch stream, it dropped beta keys through Twitch, which is pretty cool. And I got one of mine through a Twitch stream. That's a cool way of doing it. They're also making a 2D fighting game with League of Legends characters. It's called Project L. We don't really know anything about it other than it's a 2D fighting game.
It exists.
Yeah. But the animations look cool.
What was it called?
Project L.
Why L?
Because they gave them all numbers. I don't know what they...
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why one A, why one L.
Because if you don't have a name for something, you just give it a number.
Yeah, but I wonder why... I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
Project F is the one we know the least about. We don't even really know what genre it's in. to me, it kind of looks like a ARPG Diablo style game.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
But we don't really know too much about it. So they also announced a League of Legends esport manager. So if you like Football Manager, you may like the esports manager. This is actually a game I'm interested in.
Really, I'm not. I don't understand managing.
Because I love watching the esports, and I used to do. They had a service called Fantasy LCS where you do a fantasy draft, and you draft your own team, and the person with the most points wins the week.
As someone who doesn't understand sport in any way, really, I don't understand this, but okay.
I didn't understand sports too much until I got into esports, and then you kind of understand more.
Yeah, but I know, but you're like, the way you were just talking about that is it reminds me of like how football people like, oh, I imagine him creating like this dream team of people. I'm just like, I don't care.
But you're not into the game, so
no, but I'm also not into. I'm not a people person in that regard either. Like if there were like units in the game, and like I can like try and make a deck, but I don't care about the people interacting. Whereas most people in the world seem to, which is why they like sports. As I don't like that.
The LoL Esports Manager is going to start specifically with the LPL, which is the Chinese league. Praise Tencent. I assume this will be replacing Fantasy LCS. Sad to see that go, but I think this will be a better experience. They're going to I think they're going to be selling this as like a Football Manager style game.
Yeah. And
then part of the proceeds will go to the esports teams. It's going to be like, they'll get a cut of it.
Can they release like a premium edition tablet that looks just like that?
Do you think that looks pretty cool?
I think that's pretty cool.
Cool.
You get that?
I don't watch the LPL esports broadcast because it's on like early in the morning, and I like to watch it live because there's a big difference between watching esports games live and VODs of them.
The difference?
Well, it's happening live. You don't know the outcome of the game.
You don't know the outcome of the game and you watch it not live, so it's the same.
Yeah, you can try and do that, but then you have to like kind of avoid social media and that sort of stuff.
Fair enough.
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
It's more annoying.
Watching things live is a different experience, which is why I really like Twitch. And it's hard to explain.
No, I understand watching it live with like the chat.
Yeah, I like.
That's different.
I like watching esports
you
games with chat
with
as well.
Okay, that makes
They
sense.
do rebroadcasts, but I don't watch those because it's usually spoilers and chat.
I just find that it's always everything I'd even want to watch is always at the wrong time, and then even then it's like I'm okay with it.
That's why I watch the European League because it's on at normal time. So
I'm okay with being edited down just for the.
They even bits. Said there might be an MMO in the works potentially.
Project
they didn't commit to anything. They just basically said. They just basically said nothing is out of the picture right now. We're making a fighting game, a shooter, a card game, a Diablo-looking ass game. Maybe we'll make an.
What happened? Is this something that went? We need more money. We're going to give you more money.
They haven't released a game in 10 years. They must have been working on something.
Well, many things.
They've been Riot Game for the past 10 years.
Riot Game.
Now they're Riot Games.
Okay, and then there's the final.
Yeah.
The final Riot Game.
So Arcane they're making a new animated series out of the League of Legends story. They got rid of the old lore summoners ages ago. They now kind of ignore the game itself and they have a separate lore outside the game. But I gotta say, the League animation team is really cool.
Yeah.
Like some of my favorite videos or animations are like League animations. Like the Bard animation they made is really cool. That's one of my favorites. It's actually made in collaborations with the creators of Legends of Korra. And that's like a really cool story. So I'm actually kind of interested to see this. Yeah, I think it's based in. Where is it based? I think it's going to follow. Is that Noxus? Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know too much. I really don't know too much about the lore of League of Legends anymore since I stopped playing the game a long time ago. But
you can start watching. Yeah. I don't know anything.
What they're probably going to do is they're going to have some characters that aren't in the game. This stuff kind of reminds me of like Bilgewater because there's like the pirate area.
Yeah.
Basically, they'll have characters that aren't in the game, and then they'll have like an episode where like Gangplank comes on. It's like, "Hi, I'm a pirate," and it's like, "Oh my god, I know that guy from the game." That'll be the whole thing.
I hope they don't do that, but I see it happening. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea the quality of this, but hopefully it'll be good because I really like I think the animation team at Riot Games is really talented. They also updated the actual League of Legends game itself. It's called. We talked about TFT. There's the Rise of the Elements patch, and basically the game map's going to change based on what dragon is spawning. Is like the main thing. But I didn't talk about that too much. That will affect competitive, which I do watch, but I don't really play the game. So if you want to know more about that, check that out. I think that's all we've got time for.
Yeah,
we're squeezing. I really want to talk about more stuff. I think there's like 2 other games I played this week which I really wanted to talk about.
Do you want to mention them or wait?
I'll wait because they're not too important. I talked about the main stuff, but we'll move on to the. I think I even picked a Petermology tweet. Let's pick one quickly. I pitched a fourth-person shooter where you play a character in a living room who is playing a shooter. You have to also juggle between shooting, cleaning, cooking, and looking after a baby. That's Peter's fourth-person game.
Fourth-person shoot.
Right.
Well, good luck on that one. He wants Battle Royale third person.
That is the end of the podcast. You can catch us and everything in between podcast on YouTube, twitch.tv/Scorn if you want to watch live, and at Scorn2000 I'll be posting when we're going live. I'll be posting VODs and I'll be posting Spotlight. Check out the next Spotlight. Hopefully it will be a Halloween episode. If it's not, we ran out of time and we couldn't make it. So that's the end. Goodbye.
Bye.